Well, I'm glad you asked that question because my colleagues will tell you. In the legislature, everyone of them treat me with respect. They treat us with respect, they just don't listen to us. On the other hand, we've had some blowback because what I do is I do public speaking and consulting work, much of it outside the state. Matter of fact, last week I was in North Dakota and spoke to an energy group, a bunch of energy companies that's using fossil fuel up there. I mean, they brought me in to talk about leadership, and I told them about water, protecting water. On the other hand, it's become personal, like places like down in IMMT and Shell down in Destrehan, they've reached out and touched me. They've gone out to people that I'm supposed to speak to and said, hey, that general is down here fighting us. I had another speech down in New Orleans. I was working with National Association of Counties and Municipalities back in July, and somebody from St. Tammany Parish called him and said, hey, that general is fighting us because the people in the parish there, somebody thought they wanted to frack, and I said, hey, the people ought to have a right to say if they frack. And because of that, they canceled my speech. So it is, I do pay a sacrifice for doing what I'm doing and speaking up. I must say most of my speeches are outside the state, other than the events that happen in New Orleans with conventions that come to New Orleans. But by and large, face to face, it's all, you know, with respect, but it's behind the scenes stuff that's happening. And again, I'm not an energy fighter. I came in a car that get about 15 miles a gallon on a good day. Okay? I need that energy to move around until somebody invents something different and better. And I can't afford a Tesla. But that being said, that's not been a problem per se. And I hope it doesn't get to be a problem. And again, we tell them we're not your enemy. We are a friend of clean air, clean water. Fix what you break, clean up after yourself. And in a place like St. Rose, work with the people in the community, and if there's a release, let them know what's going on. And take care of them if there's a loss.